The following is a non-profit internet review series meant as a supplemental storyline to a community math playthrough. Both entities are protected under the fair use rules of international copyright law. Pokemon and all of the related franchises represented in Super Smash Bros. Are all owned by Nintendo, Sega, Konami, Capcom, and Namco Bandai Enterprises. Any specific headcanons represented are credited to the writer behind said interpretation, and the targeted material is owned by its respective producers. Please support the official release. Only 1 million. Show's definitely over, Synergy. No time to hesitate, don't wanna search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. That's the best sounding elevator music I ever heard. Imagine, if you will, you're in our local lunch area. You're about 10 years old again, and you're eating Doritos from a Ziploc bag. You hear about a movie that combines all the Goosebumps books in one. It's kind of like the Avengers for novella fans. And it's on par with Animorphs getting a movie, or Time Warp Trio. That's basically what happened with Sony's Goosebumps. And holy shamoly, does it feel good to actually love a Sony Pictures production again. I am dead serious. This is one of the rare gems Columbia / TriStar / Sony has ever churned out, along the likes of the original Ghostbusters, the original Men in Black, the entire portfolio of Sony Animation's fully animated films. And no, we do not bring up Neil Patrick Harris in this conversation. And 50 First Dates, one of the few cinematic outings where Adam Sandler is actually tolerable. All of these are great movies, and it's been a good long while since Sony's actually made a great movie. And since its embarrassing film slate includes the likes of a fucking Jumanji remake, which is totally unnecessary, on top of those feminazi Ghostbusters, which are entirely unnecessary, that's right, it's sadly still a thing that's gonna happen. I know, I'm as shocked as you are. Sony panders to fictional demographics all the time. What else is new? Well, for starters, this shtick's the reason why the wait for another great Sony movie is going to be a good while more. So please, let me enjoy this rare and majestic animal, alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the mob, time to riot loose with a Fandom Arson of Goosebumps the movie, which is exactly what Sony's doctor ordered for. Fuck you, it's a marathon! Troopers. Belts up and beware, you're in for a scare. Let's take it from the top. Goosebumps follows a bloke named Zach who's getting used to life in a new town, as several other installments of the series often do. And it's there, in his new neighborhood, that he meets the cute daughter of a local writer, and at his new school, he winds up getting a lecture from said local writer about the basics of storytelling. Beginning, middle, the twist, all that fun stuff. But the plot really kicks in when our heroes wind up sneaking into the writer's place, where they decide to open a few manuscripts they find in the study, which releases the monsters from within said manuscripts, one of which being Slappy the Living Dummy. That's right, they just stumbled upon the magical manuscripts for the Goosebumps books, meaning the writer character in this movie is none other than R.L. fucking Stein. Although I would have preferred that Stein step in to portray himself in this movie for a stamp of authenticity, I doubt he would have been in any shape to go through the wild and crazy stunts he wrote into the script that he produced. Besides, we get to see Jack Black's take on the acclaimed offer, and he has as much fun as you'd expect, even if his hairdo and specs make him look like Slip from the Neverending Story 3 after his ill-fated final battle with Bastian Balthazar Bucks. So let me get this straight. I figured out the name of the bad guy from Neverending Story 3, but I haven't figured out how he influenced the world of the book. Dwell on that. Regardless, Jack Black brings his A-game alongside his youthful co-stars Dylan Minnette, Odeo Rush, and Ryan Lee, who surprisingly gel together quite nicely, I might add. And thank the bird Jesus, the romantic subplot didn't get in the way! In fact, the romance complemented it. I'm serious, you feel the connection between Dylan as Zach Cooper and Odea as Hannah Stein. The fact that I've grown to ship these two speaks pages and pages of Stein's mastery of the written word, as well as how lonely my pathetic life is. And then there's the wide assortment of monsters. Spoiler alert, everyone's there! From a big fucking Yeti to a shitload of gnomes. Slappy's assembled every tangible monster in the Goosebumps canon. The books without him are obviously absent, and thank God for that. You think the damage done to the Invisible Boy was bad? Try thinking about what this movie could have done to the likes of Larry Boyd. And I'm not even done gushing. The nostalgia over the characters you've come to know from the series, the feels you have towards the characters introduced by a master of his craft, the restraint in terms of what to bring in, as well as the very rules of the plot at hand. It all adds up to create an instant classic along the likes of The Goonies and Monster Squad. The exact kind of movies Pixels would have turned out to be had it not been for a certain meddling Pingus. But obviously perfection does not exist, and the twist ending concerning Hannah is proof of that. I guess it's kinda justified since Hannah doesn't really exist IRL, but in hindsight neither do the newcomers. Sequel plug. In conclusion, Goosebumps is an excellent Halloween movie and an example of what Pixels should have been. Every pony congratulate director Rob Letterman for repeating the same turnaround as he did in the animation field with Monsters vs. Aliens. And can we please stop hating on Sony Pictures Animation and finally enjoy their cinematic offerings for a change? In a world where corporations are more focused on wiping away any means of criticism than, actually making good movies, we definitely need this win here. But you don't have to take my word for it. What sort of opinions do you have on this particular subject? Drop us a line in the comments section. Hit us up on social networks and such. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you're a conformist. And if you're new here and you like what we do, please drop us some loot on your local Patreon. Ladies and gentlemen, mob, thanks for riding loose with our Fandom Arson. And as always, good fight, good night, and stay frosty.
Hit the lever!
So Hideo Kojima has slipped out of Konami with the execs believing him to be on a break. Given their current shenanigans with microtransactions and mobile platformers, I wouldn't blame him for bailing. And I don't believe their corporate lies for 1 second. Perhaps one day Nintendo would bring you in. Maybe you could negotiate with them to probably license the franchises Konami feels hell-bent on slaughtering. If anything, they should just buy the video game aspect of Konami outright to have them just cash out and focus on their Pachi slots and card games. I mean, what sort of damage could they possibly do?
Yo Kwon-do, an ancient martial art form combining kung fu fighting and yo-yo skills.
Yo-yos. Fucking Chinese yo-yos. On second thought, Konami should just sell Hasbro their card games while they're at it. Just to make it a bit juicier for when Disney inevitably completes the Marvel Productions family reunion. Why do cable outlets keep on broadcasting me? All my new shows are shit.